Hello, welcome to Victory Chat with Jackie Mckeever. I'm your host, Jackie Mckeever, where your victory starts. Here on Victory Chat with Jackie Mckeever, we talk about everything from self-development to to business, all designed to take your life and your business back. So for season 2, we're doing a special series called Behind the Author's Pen, where you get to go behind the scenes and get all up in the author's business, learn more about their books. And today I'm excited because we have an author. Her name is Gresson Peiffer, and we're going to put her in a hot seat and ask her 10 questions about her book. Y'all, you ready?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So the first question is, why did you decide to write your book?
I was right in the middle of my transformational journey. And all of a sudden, all these insights came out of nowhere. I thought, yeah, journaling helps, and I needed to pen them down. Maybe someone else could benefit from that, right? And so I started with a blog, and then it became 100 blogs. I was like, universe, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to write a book with it? Because, people read blogs, but they don't read all of it. Sometimes you have new ones entering and they just start reading from the beginning. So I thought, why not share my story in a book? And here it is.
That's awesome. Okay, so the book is titled Share My Light and Healing Energy, a journey to true self. Okay, so how long did it take you to write the book?
To my surprise, it was only a short period. It was a year.
That's good. That's awesome.
It was a year. Yeah.
Because all that information just coming at you all at once, huh?
Yeah. Some people are going through their journey and they want to write it after, right? They get the idea to write it after. But me, it was like, and I was going through my healing journey and I was starting to write. I was like, what's happening?
So the next question is, were there any delays in actual producing the book?
At first, I had a date in mind, last year's holidays. But then I thought, a friend of mine called Matt, who was helping me with the book, correcting, putting the message right.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yeah, I can only do Sundays. I thought, okay, that's fine. And then I remembered going with the flow is better, because when you get target dates, then you say, oh, I need to rush. It's almost there. I need to do this and this and this. And then the quality goes low. I mean, yeah, I prefer to deliver quality. And then I thought, what will happen if I go with the flow with this? Because other things happen sooner when I let go of the outcome. I was like, yeah, I will go with the flow and see what happens. And yeah, look, a year is better than I can imagine.
Yes, it's a lot of information in your book.
Right.
So who was the book written for?
Originally, I thought I would like to address the people who are on their journeys right now, who are feeling stuck, alone, because, we all have those answers within. We just need to find them. And my book is a perfect guide for that. Because I started my healing journey on my own. Trauma, like 60%, I did for myself. And then the 40% I got from my spiritual teachers. Where was I stuck? What happened? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go from here? those stuff. I mean, I wanted to let the people know that they can do a lot themselves. If they are, yeah, they should need to create their awareness first, raising awareness about themselves, the patterns that they're stuck with, and then they can take it from there. Um, but like you mentioned, I was happy that you mentioned for coaches as well, because I didn't think about that. I was more like coaches are already experienced. They have been through the journey itself. They know a lot. But then, like you said, you what did you say? You were surprised because you learned some new things as well, right?
And what she's referring to, I did a review on my YouTube page on the book. And in her book, she gives a lot. She not only tells you a brief story about what she was going through and or why she chose this option, she actually gives you a lot of reference material. And so in reading the book, um, I was like, oh, it surprised me because I thought the book was going to be more like a memoir because of the title, but it's a great reference, and it would be a great resources for coaches who want to enter that realm. Enter that realm of helping individuals find their healing source, or helping them learn more about who they are and what their purpose. I mean, there's so many things that can be done with her book. And I learned a whole bunch of things that I didn't know, because that, I wasn't very familiar with with the chakras or the information that she gave in the book. So the next question is, was this your first book?
No, this was my first book. Yes, but I did some blogging before.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Will there be other books in this genre?
I would be open for it. Let's see how the universe flows. What they have plans for me.
Yeah. One of the things I mentioned in the review is because you gave so much information, I just believe that you could take even one of the subjects that you mentioned in the book, and that could even be a different book, because there's so much information in there, but it's up to the author. And like you said, you want to be guided and stay in your creativity zone.
Yeah. And like it's my story. It happened first. I entered my intuition, then I went to the inner child, then I went to the energy. I mean, if I let one of those things out, then there is a piece of the puzzle missing for me.
Yeah, I understand. I was just saying, break it down further. So, but
who knows?
who knows? Okay. So, what do you want the readers to get out of reading your book?
Well, I want them to get some help on starting their journeys whenever they're stuck. But I have like a few core messages. Like we all have each other's piece of the puzzle. If only we're open to each other to learn and to discover further. It's also like being open-minded. You never know what's coming, because I thought a spiritual awakening is like a box that I didn't like at first. They say it's painful, but then, if you look further, if you discover it, then it's actually a big gift to a new beginning. Unraveling all the blockages that keep you stuck, and then you get surprise after surprise, like the book.
It was surprising. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And I also want them to know that they don't have to look external. They don't have to go to the answers to people. You have it all within you. You just need to find the right source.
And be brave enough to go get out of your comfort zone. So that's what I liked about the book. is that you were encouraging people to get out of their comfort zone. That
Yes.
healing takes place when you search inside, but
Yeah.
and the areas that you don't explore.
Right.
Um, what other books or authors inspire you?
I have like several ones. Lee Harris, Energy Speaks. I was like, yes, energy does speak. I learned to unravel people who were closed off to me, and then I suddenly discovered some open people. I mean, energy speaks. I have
Mhm.
a connection with someone telepathically, and I was like, wow. And then I asked her, "Am I understanding you right?" She said, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, my intuition is growing. I can understand how the energy works now. Before I did not. I had I understood glimpses, but now you discover a wide range of it. It's big.
Yes, it's always different levels of learning too. That's what's
Yeah.
amazing to me. Um, the next question is, what advice would you give someone writing?
Um, like I said, follow your intuition. When you're stuck the next day, just let it happen. And who knows, the next day, the whole day information comes through. I mean, don't stay stuck at one idea. Just allow it to flow, the creativity. It comes when it's time.
That's
And
true.
yes, and yes, don't, like I said earlier, don't pinpoint a date. Just let it all happen. It might happen for you sooner than you think. And beware of the scammers.
Mm,
There are a lot on Facebook that I thought like, how on earth did I connect with Debbie Burke? I found her on LinkedIn, her services. She has a reasonable price. She delivers quality. She also checks with you what do you want. It's not like she's gonna change the content. Um, yeah, I really liked working with her.
was she
And
the editor? Was she an
yeah,
editor? Oh, okay.
editor and grammar, Native American. Yeah, it was nice working with her, so I definitely recommend her for future authors.
That's good. Um, the next question is, can you give the listeners a quick blurb or a sample of what they can find in your book, and then tell them where they can find your books, purchase your book?
I think I'm just gonna read
Okay.
something at the end of my page, and at the end of the book, I mean. It's like a small paragraph that really, yeah, I wanted. This is like, for me, it's the core of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here I go.
Go
That's
ahead.
the That's the true meaning of life, giving energy to inspire others, but also receiving energy to complete our life purpose. I believe those who dare to follow their heart will receive the secrets from the universe like I have. If you don't have the answers immediately, don't stress. All will be revealed at the right timing when we are ready. Stay open and focused on the journey, and you will be surprised by the beauty of it. It's when we allow and feel the trigger completely, healing can happen, and we get enlightened in life.
That's good. So where can they buy your books?
It's on Amazon, paperback and ebook.
That's awesome. So before we let you go, are you still writing a blog? Do you still have a
Well,
blog?
not at the moment.
Okay.
The blog is still there, but I'm not updating it anymore because I
Okay.
don't get any inspiration. I use the inspiration that I get for the future podcasts.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting us go behind the scenes of your author's pen. This is Victory Chat with Jackie. Your victory starts here. Thank you so much.